All right, well, it was just the one game in League Two as well. It involved bottom club Hereford away to Wycombe. The Bulls, of course, are sticking with their ex-physio Jamie Pittman to lead the battle against relegation. It's the latest chapter in the club's eventful history.
Hereford United shot to prominence in 1972, and as a Southern League side they pulled off arguably the most talked about shot in FA Cup history.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
Ronnie Radford and Ricky George's goals against top-flight Newcastle United marked the TV commentating debut of John Motson and came in the same season that Hereford were finally elected into the Football League. Founded in 1924, the club have played at Edgar Street ever since. They're nicknamed the Bulls after the local breed of cattle. In fact, they used to parade one round the ground before kick-off, when supporters also used to worship a Swede, the root vegetable rather than a person from Scandinavia. But were originally known as the Lily-Whites in reference to their all-white shirts, until a fabric shortage during the Second World War led to them making their shorts out of blackout curtains. Legendary Welshman John Charles signed for the club in 1966. He scored 115 goals in 202 games and eventually took over as player-manager. Charles was replaced by the mastermind behind Hereford's success in the early 1970s, Colin Addison. Around the time that TV presenter, Green Party politician and conspiracy theorist David Icke played 37 games in Hereford's goal without ever finishing on the losing side.
If you'd written the script, no one would have believed it.
And who would have believed that Hereford would be the only team to hit the road in League Two on Boxing Day, as the Adams Park pitch somehow managed to beat the Big Freeze. The nearby Chilterns may have resembled a Christmas card scene, but the groundsman had clearly been working flat out to get this game on. Strugglers Hereford, without a win since a 5-0 thrashing of Stockport at the end of October, had the better of the first half. The tenacity of Gwian Bowser opened the door for Rob Purdy, who came within a whisker of breaking the deadlock. Nicky Bull, a relieved man, as the woodwork came to his rescue. But if you don't take your chances, you're likely to get punished, and that's exactly what happened 4 minutes before the break, as Wycombe looked to put pressure on their promotion rivals. Kevin Betsy had more than enough time to pick out a cross, which inadvertently reached the trusty boot of Gareth Ainsworth, and the 37-year-old Julie smashed home his fourth of the campaign and first on home soil since March. And the home side almost doubled their lead after the restart. Chris Westwood connected with Matt Bloomfield's free kick, but the referee spotted a push and Hereford sensed a way back in. And the team with the lowest amount of wins in the Football League almost grabbed a deserved equaliser. Mathieu Moncey was sent on his way, and the Frenchman left Andy Sandell in his wake, but couldn't find a way past the keeper. That should have been a warning for Wycombe, who clearly didn't learn their lesson. Substitute Joe Colbeck gave Sandell more problems with his electric pace, and this time Moncey wasn't to be denied. His 8th of the season had Hereford level with just 11 minutes left. Wanderers, who'd suffered defeats in 2 of their 3 previous matches, pushed on knowing a win would take them level with third place Bury. Matt Bloomfield linked up well with Stuart Bevan, who could have embarrassed Bulls keeper Adam Bartlett. Instead he chose to set up Bevan, whose effort was stopped on the line. But the league's bottom club were floored by a sucker punch 3 minutes from time. Ben Strevens, in for Scott Rundell, who missed out through illness, hit a late winner to lift Wycombe into 5th. Strevens condemning Hereford to a 4th straight defeat that leaves them 4 points from safety.
Should say well done to the ground staff at Adams Park, and looks like the players came up with a justifiable win as well against Hereford. They're well placed, Wycombe, now, aren't they, going into 2011?
Absolutely, got the game on, got it won, and that's going to be important. I might have a backlog of games, and I think Gary will be pleased where they are going into the new year.
And you think Hereford have made a good signing?
Lenny Lawrence, I think he's an excellent sign for you. His experience is going to be vital to Jamie.
Well, he showed that at Bristol Rovers, of course, and maybe Jamie Pittman could do with certainly a more experienced right-hand man. So let's hear from maybe fans of Hereford or even Wycombe.